A Corolla is the car that never tried to be great and became the greatest anyway. Over 50 million people own one. Most of them didn't even want it. They wanted something flashier, something with a badge that made their neighbors look twice. But they ended up with a Corolla. And here's the strangest part. Not a single one of them regrets it. Because the Toyota Corolla is not the car people brag about. It's the car they rely on. And those are two very different things. The Toyota Corolla has sold over 50 million units across 150 countries. That's more than any other nameplate in history. The Ford F-Series, the VW Golf, the Honda Civic, none of them come close. Not even combined over the same time frame. Every 40 seconds, somewhere in the world, someone buys a new Corolla. Think about that. You blink, someone just bought one. You finished his sentence, someone bought another one. But here's what's interesting. Most car brands chase virality. They sponsor influencers, they launch limited editions, they name their cars after gods and predators. Toyota named theirs after a flower wreath, and they still outsell everyone. Why? The Corolla was designed around one principle that most car companies have quietly abandoned: reliability above everything else. When Toyota engineers build a Corolla engine, they test it to last 300,000 miles. Now 100,000, the industry standard, 300,000. That's 15 times around the Earth. In 2022, a study of high-mileage vehicles still in active use found that Toyota, led by the Corolla, made up over 30% of all cars with 200,000 plus miles on the road. No other brand was even close. This isn't luck. It's a philosophy Toyota calls Kaizen, continuous improvement without excess. They don't add features to look impressive, they refine what works until it becomes bulletproof. Now here's something no car salesman will ever tell you. The price of a car is not the number on the sticker. It's the number you're still paying 5 years later. A Corolla costs around $23,000 new. A BMW 3 Series starts at $45,000. But here's where it gets interesting. Over 5 years, the average BMW owner will spend an additional $17,000 in maintenance and repairs. The average Corolla owner, less than $4,000. That means the BMW costs you over $35,000 more for a car that does the exact same thing, get you from point A to point B. Insurance, depreciation, fuel efficiency, tire costs, every single metric favors the Corolla. It's not even close. A Corolla doesn't tell the world you made it. It tells the world you're smart enough not to care what the world thinks. Here's the part that changes the way you see this car. The Corolla isn't just popular, it's infrastructure. In developing economies across Africa, Asia, and South America, the Corolla is the backbone of entire transportation networks, taxi fleets, rideshare services, rural delivery routes. When roads are unpaved, when fuel quality varies, when the nearest dealership is 200 miles away, the Corolla survives it all. In Ethiopia, over 60% of all registered taxis are Toyota Corollas. In Myanmar, they run on roads that would destroy most modern cars within a month. In Chile, there are Corolla owners who have never visited a dealer, and their cars still run. The car was not designed for perfect conditions. It was designed for the real world. And the culture around it? It's unlike anything else in the auto industry. The Corolla has appeared in films from 5 continents, referenced in rap lyrics, sitcoms, and political speeches. There are Reddit communities dedicated entirely to high-mileage Corolla ownership, people posting photos at 300,000 miles like graduation announcements. Toyota didn't pay for any of that. The car earned it. Here's the uncomfortable truth for every luxury car owner. Depreciation on a BMW 5 Series is around 60% in 5 years. On a Corolla, around 35%. The boring choice holds more of its value than the impressive one. And here's the part the auto industry really doesn't want you to think about. Their entire business model depends on you upgrading. Every 3 years, every 5 years, new features, new debt, new payments. The Corolla breaks that cycle completely because people who own them tend to keep them for a decade or more. Car manufacturers profit when their vehicles break down. Toyota built a business that profits when they don't. That is the actual competitive advantage. So what does all of this mean? The Toyota Corolla is not for people who want to be seen. It's for people who want to arrive. And in a world obsessed with appearances, that kind of quiet confidence is the rarest thing of all. The Corolla is the car that never tried to be great and became the greatest anyway. If you own a Corolla, you're not boring, you're calculating. You understand that real wealth is measured in what you keep, not what you spend. You chose the car that will outlive the payments, outlast the trends, and outperform every expectation. The people who laughed at your Corolla, they're still making car payments. You're not.